What's up everyone, it's Bones here. In today's video, I'll be showcasing another Tearlament variant, except this time, as you can see, I'll be using the Lunalight cards, as there is some different plays that the deck can make with these cards that I thought were worth showing. So before I begin, if you happen to enjoy content like this and would like to see more, clicking on those thumbs up and subscribe buttons would be greatly appreciated, as it goes a long way in supporting the channel and shows me that you like content like this. So to begin, you'll see that I'm going to start by using the Shaylin, and just like every other tier build, there is an element to RNG to this, as I hit the Emerald and the Merlee. And then I'm going to use the Merlee's effect, fusing into the Kit Kalos. And from here I'm going to add the Rhino Heart, then use the Kit Kalos effect, special summoning the Rhino Heart, and then using the Rhino Heart as Chainlink 1, Kit Kalos as Chainlink 2, milling 5 here, sending the Shaylin. It doesn't really matter the name since you're just going into Dragos Depelia. And from here I'm going to start abusing Tiger, as I'm going to use the Tiger, getting back the Emerald. Then I can use the Zephyros, special summon it back by bringing back the Tiger to my hand. Then I can go into my first rank 4 as I go into Redoer, and then I'm going to use the Redoer effect to get Emerald back into the graveyard. And from there, I'm going to go into the Abyss Dweller here by using the both Emerald and the Rhino Heart, and now I end on Dragos Depelia Dweller and getting back the Redoer in my end phase with 2 extra cards in hand. So for this second replay, you'll see that I have Foolish Burial Goods here, which will come up along with the tier engine online. And something I'd like to mention is that I forgot to add a card in my extra deck, as you'll see in the end board, but I'll get to that when we get there. So the first thing that I'm going to do, and should be done here, is activating the tier field spell, play around hand traps, and then use the Shaylin, sending the Merlee, and then mill 3 here as I hit 2 tiers. And I'm just going to use one of the Merlee's effects and not the Rhino Heart, as I'm going to put it back in deck since we only play one. And then I'm going to search the Rhino Heart off the Kit Kalos, use the Kit Kalos effect, and special summon the Rhino Heart, in which then I can use the Rhino Heart Chainlink 1, Kit Kalos Chainlink 2, mill 5, as I get pretty good mills there with some of the tier stuff and the Lunalight stuff. So I'm going to go into the Dragos Depelia, add the Serenade Dance. From there I can use the Foolish Burial Goods, sending the Perfume, and then I can use the Perfume effect in order to discard the Serenade Dance, chain the Serenade Dance in order to discard the Dark Ruler no more, special summon the Kaleido Chick, and also get Tiger in hand. And now we're going to go into the first rank 4, which is Redoer, use the Tiger's effect, special summon Martin, and from there I can go into Forstrix, in which I'm going to add Zephyros. I have not normal summoned yet, but I'm going to use the Martin again, then normal summon the Zephyros, go into Dagda here, activate the Tiger, and from there I can chain the Dagda off of the Tiger's effect, and I'm going to set the Scythe, and I'm going to have 2 level 4s now, which this should be a Tornado Dragon that I'm going into, but you'll see I'm going to go into Mask, then use Tiger 1 last time, and the substitute for Tornado Dragon that I'm using right now is Abyss Dweller, but this should be Tornado Dragon. And you end on Mask with Dagda, Dragos Depelia, Redoer, should be Tornado Dragon, and the Scythe, along with a card in hand. Redoer also has tiers as materials, which can trigger your field spell for a pop if you happen to fuse them away, and are able to resolve the tier effects. So now for the last hand, and this is a hand that I hand picked out for myself, and I wanted to be able to get 2 Beast Warriors in specific, and you'll see why momentarily. So I'm going to use the Shaylin's effect, sending the Martin, milling 3 here as I get a Shaylin hit, and then I'm going to fusion summon the Kit Kalos there, add the Serenade Dance off the Martin since I milled that, then add the Rhino Heart, use the Kit Kalos effect, special summon the Rhino Heart, much like the previous combos that I've been showing, or test hands. And this is just mill the hand. And you'll see what I mean by that, because I'm going to get some effects here, special summoning them back. Then I can go into Dragos Depelia, and I'm going to use the Perfume, pitching the Serenade Dance, then chain the Serenade Dance, discarding the Kaleido Chick, I think it was, and then I'm going to special summon another Kaleido Chick, get the Tiger, and from here I'm going to go into Bujentai Kagatsuchi, which allows me to mill 5 more, and it also becomes an extra body on board while also hitting some tiers that get me into Kaleido Heart. So now I'm going to use the Tiger's effect, in which I can special summon back the Kaleido Chick, use the Perfume, and then special summon back the Martin. And from here I'm going to go into Force Strix, add the Zephyros. As previously, we haven't normal summoned before, so we're going to do just that. Go into Dagda, use the Zephyros effect, and from there I can activate the Tiger again, use the Dagda here, and I'm going to use the Tiger in order to revive the Martin here, in which then I'm going to link them away into Mask, use the Martin, returning the Tiger to hand, and this will get me the Tornado Dragon for the Scythe Lock, ending me on Dragos Depelia, Kaleido Heart, Tornado Dragon, Dagda, Mask, and the Scythe here with a discard if you go into Unicorn, and follow up with Tiger. So onto the deck profile, I'll go over these 15 first. As you see, these are just options that you can play. There is no poly in this build, as you can see, and one option that you can do if you want to play more gas and less going second cards is play a couple of polys and also add in the Guardian Chimera. I just felt it was a lot of space and I wanted more going second cards, but you'll see that Zeus is also an option because you play so many rank 4s, as well as the Utopic Draco Future, which because of extra deck space, I don't think it's that much of a great option. If you happen to play the Punk package with Chaos Ruler, you can also play Hulk, but what I felt when doing that was that it was just too many engines. It was a lot that you can do, but you also have to be cautious about milling your Punk names along with Scythe rather than just Scythe. Then you can always play extra copies of Rhino Heart, Super Poly as well with Ultimate Slay, as decent side deck options that I just wanted to add here, just to point out different ways that I thought you could take the deck. So for the main deck, you're going to see 3 Kaleido Chicks, 2 Martins, 1 Emerald Bird for the extra name, and Tiger. I think that this is about as standard as the package gets here. The 1 Scythe, the 1 Sephiroth, the 1 Rhino Heart, the 3 Shaylins, the 3 Hoffinus, the 3 Meirus, the 1 Called by the Grave, the 3 Tearfield Spell, the 3 Perfumes, the 3 Dark Rulers, the 1 Instant Fusion Foolish, the Foolish Burial Goods, 3 Ash Blossoms, 3 Crows, and the Serenade Dance, which you saw you could add off the Martin and then pitch it off the Perfume in order to get your special summon and your add. And then onto the extra deck, it's really tight spaced. As you'll see, you have the tier cards here, along with the Dragos Depelia. You have a lot of rank 4s, the Force Strix to search the Zephyros, the Abyss Dweller, and the Tornado Dragon for different end boards, the Kagatsuchi to mill 5, and the Redoer, which is just mandatory in tiers in my opinion. And then you have the Masquerena, the Dagda, the Dark, the Unicorn, the Appaloosa, and the Access Code to round out the deck list. So to give some final thoughts on the deck, I didn't want to go too into detail with this because I felt like a lot of the deck is just milling stuff with tiers, and I'm pretty sure people are starting to know what that does by now. And just being able to hit Martin in the graveyard, start reviving stuff like crazy with Tiger, having the Perfume and the Serenade Dance, which can also be milled through the tiers, can be different ways to get you there so that you can start getting into your rank 4s. As you can see, there is a vulnerability to Nibiru, as once this deck gets going, it's just a lot of special summons before it can make a heavy investment into something like Appaloosa. But besides that, the deck still has a lot of ways to play around different hand traps, which is definitely kind of nice, along with the different options that you can take when building the deck. But those are just some of my thoughts. But anyways, if you made it this far into the video, I thank you for watching and I hope you enjoyed. If you have any suggestions, feel free to leave them down below, as I enjoy when I put out deck concepts like this and people are able to further build upon them in the comment section so that other viewers can get ideas too and just learn more from this video. But anyways, until next time, it's Bones, signing out.